Lala Kent, welcome to Live from Bed.
I'm so happy to be here. I feel like we've been trying to do this for so long.
I know, I'm so happy, and this is the right time because I'm about to
Pop.
and I need all of your advice.
You look amazing.
I feel insane.
I'm jealous.
Like, are you? Oh
Yeah.
my God. I have loved being pregnant, which is a controversial thing to say. Like, a lot of people don't love being pregnant.
Right?
But this trimester it tests you. It's
Well,
humbling.
the last one, it's like eviction notice, babe.
Yeah,
Get out.
but that's what I was saying. Like, we need a reason to want them out. Like, and if you
Yes.
weren't just so uncomfortable, I'd keep them in here forever.
You have right now my favorite kind of voice, which is pregnancy voice.
Because I can't breathe.
Yeah, it's the best.
No, I literally can't breathe. I'm like,
It's so cute.
and having a podcast though. Did you record when you were pregnant?
Yes, and I was a mouth breather. I was
yeah, that is so crazy. It's very humbling. Like, you just can't hide it. Like, you're just hungry. You're like, you can't breathe. It's just a whole mess of symptoms.
Yes, but I will say there's like something about a pregnant woman that is just everything to me.
Yeah.
And I get it, and that's probably a controversial thing to say as well because again, like we're also obsessed with like how we gain weight when pregnant
Right.
or how we lose weight after we give birth. And some people tell me like it's easy for you to say that because you didn't gain a lot of weight when you were pregnant and your bounce back, which I hate that term, was great. Okay, take that out of it. We all have things that we would change about our bodies after we have our babies, right? Like your body is not yours anymore and your mind is not yours anymore. It's very disorienting at first. You're in the happiest time of your life, but you lose your identity. When a woman, I always go back to Kim K, the photo of her like splooging out of her clear
feet,
heels. I was like, I love this. This is so cute. Just like a woman fucking making a baby.
Yeah.
And you're glowing.
It's kind of crazy.
It
but
is
you're right. Like,
crazy.
it is like your body parts are not your body parts. Like,
No.
yeah.
I'm like, will my vagina ever be the same?
I looked at her the other day. I was like, I do not recognize you. Like, I really, I am like, oh my God. First of all, I haven't seen you in months. Second, because I really had to like find the right mirror to like get in there.
Right.
But I'm like apologizing to her because like if I give birth vaginally, like she doesn't even know what's about to happen.
Oh, babe, she was made for this shit.
Yeah, I know. That's true.
She's
right?
like ready. This is her time to shine.
Oh my God. I'm like collecting all like the perennial like peri bottle and the fucking like pads. And I'm like, I don't even know what I'm in for. I got diapers for days for myself.
Ocean came out at 5 pounds, 10 ounces.
Oh, I love that.
And my vagina was wrecked.
Oh, really?
I actually needed the painkillers.
Yeah.
With Sosa, she was a tad bigger. And my vagina was like a champion. Wow. I didn't need any of like those pads that you break so they get cold. So I think it's a good thing that you have all of that stuff. But I loved babying my vagina after childbirth.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Oh my God.
It was like my most favorite thing.
So that's the thing is like right now I'm in this weird spot where like, I mean, it couldn't happen any second, knock wood right now.
Yeah.
Like, but in a couple weeks, like shit's going to get
real.
Really real. Like where I'm like a liability anywhere I go. Like I could just, my water could break like anytime.
Yes.
I mean, if it breaks. But I'm like in this weird mental place because I'm like, my life is about to change forever. And I don't know what that looks or feels like. And I'm like trying to prepare with things like, you know, a postpartum basket by my toilet or whatever. Like I'm trying to prepare for this person that I'm about to be.
Right.
But even like bigger than that, just like emotionally, it's so weird.
Well, I think once you have the baby, you know, there's a lot of things that are happening. Like the hormones are real.
Yeah.
And I can only speak about it from my own experience. I encapsulated my placenta.
Oh, did you?
Because I heard that it kind of helped with postpartum depression. Thank God I did not struggle with that. I pray that you don't either.
Same.
Let's say that everything goes as planned. With everything I just said, that life changes and you lose your identity.
Yeah.
You will look at your baby and wonder how your life existed before they got here.
Which is so crazy to me. Like, I can't imagine loving something that much because you never have, right? Like,
no.
So it's just this trippy feeling. So I want to know about your first postpartum experience versus your second. And like, what did you learn from that you changed with your second?
My first
like what
pregnancy,
kind of help did you have? Like support?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, for your listeners, for those who, don't watch Bravo and don't know me.
Yeah.
My first baby was conceived like the good old-fashioned way.
Mhm.
A man and a woman bumping pee-pees, creating a family.
Yeah.
I was pregnant during COVID, but when she was born, we were like somewhat trying to come out of it.
Okay.
I was alone a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So I had a night nurse from literally 6 p.m. until 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
And then she would end up staying longer. And I think it's because she was probably looking at my situation with my
Yeah.
ex going, she doesn't have anybody. This woman's like alone in this house with a new baby.
Mhm.
So this woman would like
That's so
come up at
nice.
noon and have meals for me. She was like really
Wow.
my co-parent.
Yeah.
My second baby was conceived via sperm donor.
Right.
So it looked very different, but I will say, and I know you're in a beautiful relationship, correct? Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
So it's gonna be great. But
I
with
mean, all men they have useless nipples. They're you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, biologically, like, it's uneven no matter what. You're alone a
right.
lot.
You are alone a
Yeah.
lot. But I feel that with my second pregnancy, I was able to really enjoy it. And I
Yeah.
felt so much peace. And I'm a control freak and I had all the control in the world.
Yeah, that's true. That's so
It
nice.
was so nice. And at this point in time, I lived alone. My mom lives in the house with my brother.
Yeah.
So it was all hands on deck. I brought on a night nurse again.
Okay.
And I had her 3 days a week
Yeah.
from like 8 until 6. And then I was like, I think I should have you come 4 nights a week. Let's go back to what we did with Ocean. Let's do like the 6 to 6.
Right.
Before you knew it, it was like 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Like 7 to 7 was perfect because I got to be with my baby, but also sleep in. I was breastfeeding. So it was every 2 hours I was still up pumping. But it was just a very different experience from Ocean. My firstborn with Ocean, I could not stop crying. I don't know if it was a trauma bond
Really?
I felt with her.
Yeah.
But I was just there was a level of sadness with my firstborn. And even when I look at her now, I look at her and I'm like, I had to fight really hard for you. So we've like w- it's a trauma bond for sure.
Totally. I
The
get that.
second baby, I'm like, mom's leaving.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
good here. Like I'll forget to say bye to her.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
you know?
truly. I feel like that is a big thing. Like, I feel like there I'm so excited for him to come out and, like, to meet him and, like, I can't wait. But there is something, like, right now, he's just mine. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And we do everything together and, like, I don't have to share him. And then I hear, like, people, like, my mom or, like, my mother-in-law will be like, "Oh, yeah, I wanna take him here." And I'm like, "What?"
You're like,
Like,
you're not taking him anywhere.
take him? What do you mean? Like, it's scary that you create something that I mean, even if you're in a great relationship, like, that is half someone else's.
Right.
Like, you're like, "Oh, shit. This belongs to, like, half another family." You know what I mean? He's half
Yes.
like, it is crazy.
It is crazy. And then they come out and you're like, you see, characteristics of you. And then the
Yeah.
way he'll move his mouth is like, oh, that's all your husband. And
Right.
it's just, it's a weird thing when you first give birth. And I attribute that to the hormones. You will find your footwork. You guys will learn, like, because he's going to come how he is. You guys have no control.
Yeah. Like, you think yeah.
You think you have all the control in the world? Like when Sosa, my second born, came out, she was so chill. Now she's me. Like
Oh
she
my
is
god,
me.
yeah.
And I'm so triggered by her.
That's
I'm like,
so
dealing with me is a
much.
lot.
I love that. Now
Yeah.
the second is that like that. I'm the fourth, so I'm like very like we come out
Oh,
crazy. Like
crazy.
yeah, the first you think like, oh, okay, the second's gonna be like the first, and like they're nothing like the first.
No, you think you've conquered the art of
Right,
motherhood. And then the
right.
new one comes and you're like, I've never done this before.
Yeah.
Whole new set of tools.
Did you let people hold your baby?
I was funnier about Sosa than I was with Ocean,
Okay.
oddly enough.
Yeah.
And Ocean was my firstborn.
Yeah.
But I felt like the people who were coming around were all of my friends who had also just given birth because there
Oh,
were like
that's
4
great.
of us that
Yeah.
had just given birth. We all were being COVID tested every
Right.
72 hours because of what we do. And so I was a little bit more okay because I'm like, oh, we're all in this together,
Yeah.
figuring it out. They know, I know. With Sosa, I was a little weird
Yeah.
because I'm like, this is so perfect. And I worked so hard to get her here. I went through a full fertility journey, even though it wasn't IVF, I did IUI.
Okay.
But it was intentional in such a different way
Yeah.
that I'm like, I finally have a baby that is all mine, and I'm so nervous to, like, put her in someone else's hands.
I get that. I get that. So tell me about the sperm donor thing, 'cause I'm so fascinated by the egg donor, sperm donor. Is it different with everyone? Like, can she meet him one day if she wants to? Is that something that she's gonna be raised knowing that her biological father is, a sperm donor?
Oh, I hate saying I would prefer her not to
Mhm.
be curious about that.
Yeah.
It's not something that I would ever discourage, but between you and I, and
Yeah.
hopefully, in 17 years, she doesn't hear this
Yes.
and
Yes.
say, okay, you never wanted me to meet him. But at 18, there's a full binder that they will hand over the
Oh, wow.
cryobank where I acquired the sperm.
Yeah.
um, to show like who he is, where you can find him. And that's very much out there for her if she wants when she turns 18.
Oh, that's kind of incredible.
Yeah.
But, like, what an also beautiful thing, like, she was so wanted.
Yeah.
Which is, like, so sweet to know, like, that, like, some babies are accidents, which is great, and so but it's like she was, like, prayed for and manifested and,
Yeah.
like, so, I feel like that's such a beautiful thing.
I hope that that is something that she feels
Yeah.
as she gets older because like I said, she is very much like me.
Yeah.
So I can tell she's going to be an overthinker. She's going to have a lot of questions, and I have to be prepared for that.
Yeah.
And then I think about my life, and for many years it was like I will never have a baby with a man again. And now that I've done a lot of work just in sobriety and self-reflection, I'm trying to never say never because I never thought I would have a baby via sperm donor, and here we are. And I'm trying to not cross bridges before I get
Yeah.
to them, but also, will this affect her life as she gets older? Her older sibling has a dad.
Right.
And so I hope that I can convey that to her, how
Yeah.
intentional she was.
Yes.
Years of like yearning for a baby that's just mine.
Mhm.
And I hope she looks at that as a positive.
I mean, it's documented even,
Yeah,
like in Vanderpump Rules, like we saw that, like in how like you had the party for like everyone to like help it's like
yeah,
it was a community like that you've built around her, like so now she has like your brother and your mom and
totally.
even Amber and her kids. Like that's
Yes.
so sweet. Like she probably will feel a part of that whole thing.
It's a very untraditional household,
The best
but
kind.
it's the best
I'm
kind, and
telling you.
we live in LA, so we see
Yeah.
untraditional households all the time, and,
Yeah.
like, what even is normal? Like, I don't even know that
Normal
word.
scares me, to be totally honest.
Normal cookie cutter is like,
Yeah.
eek. I
Yeah.
don't know if
I
I
think
want
that's
that.
scary.
But I'm not blind to the fact that there are parts of the world, parts of the United States who look at what I have done as not a great thing.
Oh,
And so I hope that as she gets older, she doesn't take that on,
yeah. I get that.
because
Yeah.
I can only control so much,
Right.
which
But that's
also I don't love.
yeah, me neither. I get that. How did you change, like, after your first baby? Like, what did motherhood how did that change you?
Oh, the stakes got so high.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was something I don't wanna say. Here's what's hard is when I describe it, you can always roll the tape of Vanderpump and be like, "You did not change at all." I'm still Lala to my very core.
Right.
But what motherhood did for me was ground me and
Mm,
center me and remind me of the things that are really, really important in my
mhm.
life, which it was so easy for me to get caught up in, like, the gossip or who said what.
Yeah.
And when I come home to my kids, those are the people where I'm like, "Oh, they're giving me purpose."
Yeah.
Like, this love that I have for them and the love that they have for me, you can't explain it, you can't make it up. They depend on me. So, like I said, the stakes got higher. My sobriety became much more important. It
When
was
did you get
already important.
sober? Like, after Ocean or
I
before?
got sober, October of 2018,
Okay.
and Ocean was born October of 2021. So
Oh,
I
wow.
had some time under my belt, and
Yeah.
now I've been sober over 7 years. So just everything
Amazing.
was intensified
Yeah.
in such a magnificent way.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for you.
Oh my god. I mean, it's like yeah, that's the thing. It's like you have this due date, right? And you're like,
Mhm.
my whole life is on the other side of that due date,
Yeah.
and you don't know whether to like mourn this version of you and everyone tells you like stupid shit like sleep now, you'll never sleep again, you'll never do this again, you'll never do that. What's your relationship going to be like after? What's my dog's life going to be like
Yeah.
after? You just don't know, you know?
The sleep thing Like, I literally think about if I didn't have my kids,
Yeah.
what the fuck would I be doing?
Interesting.
Like, I have a purpose in
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
I don't and what happens is you won't even need the sleep. Your body kicks into this
Yeah.
gear and then you're going to have a gang of support where you'll be able to nap when you need to.
Right.
My biggest thing was the dog because
Yeah.
I couldn't explain to
I
my dog what
know.
was happening. They're
I
just kind of like
know.
thrown off like who's this new person?
I know, and it's so loud. Like, thank
It's
God he's, like, pretty much deaf because, like, it's so loud. It's so like, the other day, my husband and I were going through, like, the baby clothes we got, and I, like, turned around and I realized he was just, like, sitting behind us. I cried for, like, 3 hours. I just, like,
it's
I
already happening to
it's
you.
so
It's
bad.
about to get more intense.
I know. It's just it's so hard. And you breastfed?
I did with both of my kids.
Breastfeeding's no joke.
Breastfeeding is no fucking joke. But let me tell you something. It drives me crazy when people ask you if you're going to breastfeed.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I don't know.
Yeah, I have no
Because
idea.
the baby may not latch, my milk may not
Right.
come in, I may fucking hate it.
Right.
Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
Like, do you ever look at kids and go, oh, that kid was for sure breastfed? No,
Yeah.
everything's fine.
I'm the 4th child, like, I'm 99% sure I was not breastfed. My mom says I'm like, "Please."
You like came out eating turkey
Yeah,
legs,
I know,
probably.
literally, like, please.
Let's get her on solids
Yeah, like,
immediately.
it was not I was breastfed maybe one time, like, it's fine.
And that's fine. All
Yeah,
is good. Like, I have
fed baby is
friends,
good.
a fed baby is,
Yeah,
that's all you want.
yeah,
I have friends who are like, I don't want to breastfeed because I feel so isolated by it.
right.
And without a healthy mom in a good headspace,
Yeah,
like they're taking on our energy. They have nothing else but energy. So you've got to stay in like a good headspace,
yeah,
well rested as much as you possibly can, but there will be something that switches in you.
okay.
You'll just become a mom. It's already happened.
Yeah. It's weird.
It is, but it's my I get so cheesy when it comes
No, I'm
to
like I'm
motherhood.
like, I wanna just talk to you about this for years, but yeah, like, you do get lonely, I think, in, like, the first few weeks, no matter what, even if you're breastfeeding or not, but breastfeeding, I've seen like, women have to leave the room, right? Like, women
Yes.
have like, everyone's hanging out down here, God forbid someone sees a nipple.
Oh, I'm whipping the tit out,
You
baby.
are, right?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's not a body part at that point, it's food. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like, what
Like
are we
my
doing?
brother knew when it was time to feed, get
Yeah,
the fuck out.
yeah,
But
right,
like I'm not but there are women who don't think that way and
right.
that's fine.
Yeah,
Don't breastfeed then. Make them a
yeah,
bottle.
yeah.
All is good.
Yeah. And you found like your night nurse was super helpful and
I loved my night nurse.
yeah, people cry when they leave them. Like people like get very
Yeah, like she's
attached.
invited to the birthday parties.
Oh.
She is such a wonderful human. That's why I asked you if you had one because
Yeah.
they're coming in the middle of the night.
That feminine support is something you
Yes.
need bad because that hormonal drop is like nothing you've ever experienced either.
No, and like your body created an entire organ to like support this pregnancy and then just like gets rid of it.
Right.
That's crazy.
But like I'll survive labor, God willing.
Every time I talk to any friend where I'm like, you're going to love it. The labor experience is phenomenal. They're like, that was the worst experience of my
Oh,
life.
really?
So I'm
Some
not going to
people
say anything to
no,
you.
it's polarizing because some people like love it and some people are like, "Oh my God, I saw Christ himself." Like and it was crazy.
Oh no, bitch. I was up in there in fucking Queens Push.
I love that.
No,
Did
I'm
you
a
have an
fucking
epidural?
gay. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I get an epidural
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
before they even induce.
Oh, I love that.
It's supposed to be the other way around.
Yeah.
And I tell them, I'm like, no, 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 no.
Yeah.
Humpty Dumpty me.
Right.
And then you can start
And so then you
the
don't care about the
process.
catheter. You don't give a shit about that. That's haunting me a little.
I did pass out with Sosa when they did the catheter.
That's gonna fuck me
Not
up.
because it hurt, just because I was
No.
thinking of them shoving
It's
something
so
into that hole.
it's so skeevy. Like it's true. That's what haunts me. Like I wish I never found out about the catheter.
My first pregnancy, though,
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
Okay.
In fact, they did it, had no idea. The only time I passed out with Ocean was when they did the initial IV, like the
People
first
say that's the
thing.
worst part. That IV is horrible.
Yeah, like the epidural is like fine, whatever.
Yeah.
You would think that would put you out cold.
Yeah, but you want that. You're
You
like,
want it. You're
yeah,
like, just shove it in my back. You don't even know what's going on.
totally.
It's so good that like they had to break my water. They were like, we're just going to change your sheets because it's very wet. And I was
Yeah.
like, just leave it. I don't even feel it.
You're
I'm
like, I
so
don't give a
tired.
shit.
I don't give one
Who was in the
shit.
room both times, like for each birth?
The first go around, my ex barely made it. I mean, Ocean was freaking crowning. He had taken like NyQuil and Fireball in the suite that he had stayed in. So it
Wait, a
was,
suite in the
you
hospital?
can get a suite in the hospital. I don't
Oh,
know.
it's Cedars,
At
like yeah,
Cedars.
for, like, that like, $5,000, I think it's something
Yes.
like that, yeah.
And
And there's, like,
so,
that attaching room, right?
yes, he came
Okay.
out like
Yeah.
disoriented and he was
Yeah.
there, I guess. And then the second time I had with Sosa, I had my mom, my sister-in-law, and my friend, who at the time was my assistant. And it was just like,
Wow.
just a room of just
Yeah.
fucking feminine
I
energy, me
love
giving
that.
birth to my female daughter
Yes.
on my own. It
Oh
was
my
like
god.
the greatest moment of my
And you didn't
life.
have to consult anyone on her name. What a gorgeous thing.
No,
Or in anything.
nothing.
I love that.
I was like, don't want to do this? We'll
Yeah.
do that.
Not happening. Oh my god, that's incredible.
It was incredible.
So one of my biggest, like, things that kept me up at night in this pregnancy
Yeah.
was that someone was gonna take my child to SeaWorld, and no one has understood that fear. Like, truly,
You are so seen.
people are like, "You're fucking crazy." I'm like,
You're not.
"No, if someone takes my kid to SeaWorld without me," obviously, I won't be there because I would have to be tranquilized in order to be brought
Yeah.
into SeaWorld. It would not I would really be upset. Or a zoo,
Yeah.
you know?
Yes.
So what tell me about your involvement in PETA's Moms Against SeaWorld.
So I saw, when did I move out to LA? I think it was like 2013. I had heard people rave about the documentary
Yeah.
Blackfish.
Ugh.
I decided on like a Tuesday afternoon to watch it. It transformed my
Yeah.
entire life. It spoke to me in a way where I was like, this is my passion. I did the first campaign with Sheena, Ariana, and myself, which was an Empty the Tanks
Right.
campaign for PETA, and they painted us as orcas. The last one I did was Mothers Against SeaWorld, which most people don't know this, but orcas possess a part of the brain where they process emotion on a higher level than humans do.
Wow.
So they will, if a mom loses her baby, they will carry their baby around
Ugh.
for 17 plus
Oh my
days
god, I have the
for a
chills.
mourning process to happen. It is devastating.
Oh
So
my
I am
god.
with you on that train of like,
Yeah.
I don't want my kid at an aquarium. I don't
Me
want my kid at
neither.
a freaking zoo. None of it. SeaWorld. And what's hard is with my ex, the other day, this was actually a few weeks ago, they were in Ohio or something, and he had taken her to the zoo, and I was like very adamant. And of course, he asked me, please don't talk about it on a podcast that I took her to a zoo. So here I am talking about it on a podcast that he took her to a zoo. I was beside myself.
That's the thing, because people get, like, not desperate, I don't wanna say, to, like, have an activity for these kids, but people are like, "Oh, like, we need something to do in fucking San Diego or wherever." The New York Zoo, like, gives me, like, hives,
Panic
like,
attack.
oh my god.
Yeah, when
God
I
forbid
pass
you
like
take
the
him for
LA zoo,
how
I'm
about a
like, oh
carriage ride?
Jesus.
Like, I'll have a heart attack.
Oh my God,
No.
don't even. I
So
taunt the people. They have like little kids on the carriage rides, and I'm
no.
like, shame.
No, truly, like, give my kids cyanide, I don't care. Don't take them on a fucking carriage ride.
100% we're on the same page.
Like, I can't take it, and so, like, but we're in the minority, like, other people don't understand that.
I think because most people don't care enough to educate themselves.
Right.
And it is like this desperation to figure out, what do you do with your kids? There's plenty to do
Yeah,
with your kids.
right.
Plenty.
That doesn't involve animal
Parks.
abuse.
Go to a
Yeah,
fucking park.
I
I could
know.
take Ocean to the same park every single day, and she would have a different experience every time.
Yeah, absolutely. But, like, how do you convey that? Like, that's something that's but I feel like that's something that's gonna be awakened in me in motherhood
Hmm.
is, like, the boundary thing. Like, any people pleasing kinda goes out the door.
Oh,
Like,
you don't people please at all.
yeah, you're like, "I don't give a shit who likes me or not. This is my boundary. This is
Yeah.
my baby."
And you know
Period.
what's crazy is even people who are really bad at laying down babies, laying down boundaries
And
when they
babies.
have babies,
Yeah,
it's suddenly like no problem for them. And
yeah.
I'm adamant. You want to take my kids somewhere if they're swimming with dolphins? It's not
No,
happening. I
no.
will lose my mind. And I talked to Ocean about this because she
Yeah,
was like, "Why were you upset that I went to the zoo?" And like I walked her through it.
right,
Why can't I see orcas here? So I'm very vocal about it in my household. And
right.
I told her, if I kept you in a bathtub for your entire life, you live here forever. How would that make you feel? She's like, well, I wouldn't like that because of this. And I was like, that's what they're doing to the
Yes.
orcas.
Right. No, I'm not. I literally feel so seen because people think I'm crazy. Like, I'm pregnant and I'm having that anxiety, like, that someone's gonna take my kid and do something like
I
that with
think your
them.
head's in the right place, babe.
I'm like, I don't care about anything else. That's what I care about.
I would rather have you tell me that that's the shit that you think about rather than a Pinterest board full of what their first birthday party is going to look
Right.
like.
Right.
That shit matters what you're talking
But
about.
that's the thing that's so hard. Like, I would find that so hard if I were you. It's even hard, like, with just relatives or, like, in-laws or something, like, handing your kid over and being like, "Yeah, sure, take him for the day and, like, do whatever you want with them." Having an ex, like, that you have to, like, to split time with is so hard, you
It's
know? Like,
awful. And I talked to Amber about this a few years ago and I was like, "How long is it going to take for me to be okay
yeah.
sharing my child?"
Right.
She was like, "You got to give it 6 months." I'm almost 5 years
Yeah.
in and it has not gotten any easier.
It would be so hard for me. Even, like, let alone, like, what people talk about, like, that when you're not there. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what they teach them, what they like, that's hard.
That is hard, but the foundation starts at home.
Yeah.
Again, you have your boundaries, but at the same time you have to give up control in
I
some way,
know.
shape, or form. And hopefully what you instilled in your child at home carries them into the world where they have a strong sense of self.
Yeah.
They know what they stand for. That's my biggest thing. And it started with I have no control what happens at his house.
Right.
But Ocean knows the moment you step into mom's house, these are the rules.
Mhm.
This is what we stand for, and it doesn't change.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Also, you
love
don't
that.
run shit, I do.
Yeah. Exactly. That's rule number 1.
That is rule number
Okay,
one.
so you have this podcast now,
Yes,
An Unlikely Affair, right, with
correct.
Amber, which
Yep.
is just unbelievable. Like, that made me so happy. Like, just seeing the 2 of you guys together, like, what a badass thing that has come out of this whole situation.
It was, I mean, besides Ocean, this was the main purpose
Yeah,
of our experience with this man was to
right,
bring us together. And, obviously Ocean coming. But, you know, even though we had that experience, we didn't have to like each other. Like, we
right?
genuinely dig each other.
Yeah,
We went to San Francisco for Super Bowl weekend and we had a party for an unlikely affair. And when we got there, we were told we had our own rooms. And they were like, yeah, of course we got you your own rooms.
yeah.
And I said, that's not happening.
Oh my god, I love.
So we upgraded. I was like, get rid of that room, upgrade us to a suite. And
Yeah,
we just like enjoy each other. And even
you can
though
feel that.
I think you can feel
Yeah,
it too. And even though our story is we have an unlikely affair that has happened, like she's also sober.
right.
She has dealt with the same human that I've dealt with.
Yeah,
Her children are the window into Ocean's future and what she dug, what she would have changed. So she gives me a lot of great advice, but honestly, that shit, it is the tiniest percentage of what we talk about.
interesting. Yeah,
And so when we started this, I wanted to make it very clear this isn't a podcast about dragging our
right.
ex. He is so insignificant in all of this.
Yeah.
Like, we talk about dating, you know, sex, awkward things, and she's, like, super poised and, like, talented, and I'm just off the freaking wall, which I think is also a really funny
Yeah, I
dynamic.
love that.
It just works, and we're having the best time.
It seems amazing. Like, when I see her with your daughter and, like, even though you've been able to continue this relationship with her kids is, like, so sweet. Like, when she was talking about you as a stepmom or,
Yeah.
like,
I mean, I met Riley when she was 3.
yeah,
Riley's now 12.
yeah,
So it
that's
is
amazing. And
it
she
is
was saying that you
amazing.
were, like, the one that kept the bedtimes and, like, that you were like, even though you guys didn't have this relationship at that time, she was grateful for you.
That meant so much to me when
That
she
was
said
so
that.
sweet.
I was around the kids longer as a sober woman
Yeah.
than I was a drinker. And, I look at my ex with a side eye slightly because I'm like, I now have children and I would not have allowed someone that was like me in that state
Mm.
around my kids.
Mhm.
I'm really proud of the time that I got sober because it allowed me to sink into that role and be there for those kids. Um
'Cause that's
and
not an easy role to
it
step
wasn't an
into.
easy role, but I took a lot of pride in it.
Yeah.
And I knew that she and I weren't connecting, and I can't even imagine a woman stepping in and taking that role.
No, I'd have a heart
Not
attack.
taking that role, but just being like the fill-in when you're not around,
Yeah,
when it's not your time, because no one could
totally.
ever, take the role of a mother. But it meant a lot that she said that she was
Yeah.
grateful for what I did at that time.
What was the initial conversation? Who reached out to who, like, to kind of establish this peace at first, not just a friend, and then it evolved into a friendship?
Yeah, when I was with him, we had always tried to kind of like find common ground, and
Yeah,
it just went from like okay to toxic very quickly.
right.
Once I was kind of hit in the face with who my ex was, it was very humbling. And I had to really own my part. And also, there were a lot of things that I couldn't deny. I couldn't deny this person was married,
Yeah.
and you would have seen it, but you chose to numb your intuition with
Mm.
alcohol.
Mhm.
So, can you really say that you didn't see it, or did you choose not to see it? There was just a lot of like
Right.
spiritual awakenings, taking ownership. And I just felt the need to reach out to her to apologize for the hurt that I caused her.
Mm.
And I remember her taking my phone call, and she was pleasant on the phone. But she said, "Lala, I have to be honest, you saved me."
Oh,
And I was like, "Wow." And she goes, "And actually, that's what just happened to you too."
wow. 'Cause you found out you knew that they were married.
I should
She
have.
found out about you?
She said that she had heard rumblings that the two of us were seeing each other.
Okay.
And then there was a night that she opened his phone and saw a sex tape of he and I. And that's when it was like very much confirmed. How she forgave me in any capacity is beyond me. I don't know that I could do that.
Right.
I think it's a huge testament to who she is as a person. I'm so grateful she did because she's one of my dearest friends. I adore her
Yeah.
more than anything.
What a gift to both of your lives to have each other.
I know.
Oh
I know.
my
I have
god.
goosebumps just
Yeah.
talking about it
It's
because it
remarkable.
really is.
And how nice for your girls. Like,
I
cause like,
know.
usually, like, these moms are like I grew up in LA. I've seen a lot of, like, moms of half of the kids and moms of, like, the other half of the
Mhm.
kids, and it's not peace on earth, you know?
No. I wish we could have had this relationship when I was with him, but that wasn't God's plan at
No,
all.
and it would've been impossible.
It would have been impossible because he
Yeah.
wouldn't allow it because he had his own thing going on and real life was not actually real life.
Yeah.
But just to see her, like, doing Ocean's hair and, like, holding Sosa, and
Yeah.
it's so
It's
wonderful. I'm
amazing.
so happy.
It's amazing. It really is. What are your like, if you're dating now, what are your rules with the kids? Like, do you bring them around after a certain amount of days? Does it depend on the person?
So you're gonna think I'm insane. The last time I dated was just shy of a year. I had really become very into somebody. It was like a year after I left my ex. And it was like a love bombing situation where then he fell off the face of the earth. And I was like, oh, we have a lot of self reflecting to do because we are
Mm.
attracting similar men, very sexy men. So that had changed, but toxic.
Yeah.
So I haven't dated anybody since Ocean turned 2. I mean,
Yeah.
she's gonna be 5. So it's been a very long time since I've dated. I have now opened myself up.
Okay.
I told the universe in 2026, I wanna date, I wanna do the whole thing. Um, and I'm talking to this guy, and we had a FaceTime, and he said, "I can come out and see you, but I don't know what your situation is." I said, "What do you mean? Like my living situation?" He said, "Yeah, I know you have kids." I said, "Well, one I share with my ex, the other
Right.
one full-time resident." And he said something to me that made me want to jump through the phone, and his intentions were pure, but the moment you talk about my kids, I will fuck you up.
Right.
He was like, "I just don't know if I'm ready to meet your kids yet. I think that might be weird so soon." And I like laughed very passive aggressively,
Yeah.
as if you would have any say or the
Right.
fucking luxury of meeting my kids.
Exactly. Like, you'd be lucky.
I was like, "I know that we're talking. I think you're wonderful, but like I would never allow
Yeah.
you around my kids. I
Yeah.
got my priorities straight. I'm very protective of my babies. You don't got to worry about that. That's not even an option for you to meet
Uh-huh.
my kids." And I think he was like taken aback because he kept trying to remedy it after that.
Right. It's like, "Oh, shit, I
Yeah.
touched a nerve."
So I'm just very protective. Well,
Yeah.
you will have to be a very special person. My
Yeah.
daughter, Ocean, asks me often if I'm going to get a boyfriend. She had heard me talking to a friend. I thought she was in her playroom and she heard me in my bedroom say that I had kissed a boy.
Oh my god.
And she looked like she was going to cry
Oh.
and was very affected to the point where I was like, Mommy's teasing.
Yeah, yeah,
You know how
yeah.
you tease me? Mommy did not kiss a boy.
Right.
And it was like she was elated after that. And
Yeah.
since then, she's asked me, like, well, what if I don't like the boy that you date?
Right.
So I have to be very careful, and I will be.
Yeah.
These are my babies, and I
Right.
have to make sure that they go into the world with healthy relationships, and they know that mom protected them and
Yeah.
they always came first. So we'll see what happens with these people that I'm dating. But
Yeah, but I think it's great that, like, you've been that person. You've come into another home with kids,
yeah,
and, like, that role, like, just, like, being flung into a stepmom position is, like we've seen a million Disney movies about stepmoms. Like, it's, like, a scary role to
it's
be
very
in, and it's
scary.
hard, and it's challenging, and did you feel like it was helpful that you didn't have your own kids at that time? Like, how did you I don't know, like, did you love them?
I loved them deeply.
Yeah.
I think when I was in my alcoholism, I didn't know how to show up as a stepmom. I could
Yeah.
barely show up for my own self.
Yeah.
Once I got sober, I had a maternal instinct.
Yeah.
And when I say
'Cause you
that,
were young.
I was young.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think I stepped into their lives when I was 25?
Right.
Yeah, and I got sober at 28. But I don't know how it would work for, like, a man coming into my life and taking
Yeah.
on that role either. Like, yes, I've been through it, and it was intense.
Yeah.
It was a lot of pressure too,
Yeah.
because I knew that I wasn't their mom, but, like, where was the boundary?
Totally.
And they're here half the time, so I gotta instill, discipline because he's certainly
Yeah.
not, and I need to make sure that they go out into the world and they're kind human beings.
Yeah. Do you have a thing with your kids? Because like, now like, I love watching Ocean. She's so vocal and
She's the freaking
articulate. She's
best.
hilarious. Do you say to her, like how do you handle the concept of, like, a secret not a secret, but if you're like, "Don't talk about the stuff that happens at mommy's
I'd
house or
never do
daddy's house."
that.
You never. Yeah.
Whatever you hear in this house, see
Yeah.
at this house, you can tell whoever you want.
Yeah.
And I have that conversation. You can always be honest with mommy. I will never be upset at you.
Mhm.
If someone tells you this is a secret, don't tell your mom, you freaking tell your mom.
Oh my that is,
Like, I
like
got you. I am your protector.
yeah.
I will fight for you. She's on it with that.
Wow.
Yeah. There is not one thing that happens in my house
Yeah.
that she cannot go and talk about.
That's so nice. Because that's, like, the hardest thing is, like, you just feel like you can't help but love both your parents.
And she does love both of us
Yeah.
deeply.
Yeah, and it's, like, the most painful thing when you feel like you're in the crossfire of, like
I
of
don't
that.
want her to feel that. I
Yeah.
cannot stand that man, but she's never gonna freaking know that. She is
I
never
love
gonna know
you.
that. And I never want her to feel like she has to choose. The other day I said, I really don't like when you go to your dad's because mommy misses you. And she goes,
Yeah.
Mom, I have to go to my dad's because I love him too. And I was like, no,
Aw.
I love that you love him. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I love that you love going over there, but mommy misses you. I have to make
Right.
it very clear.
Right. Right.
I love your dad too.
Yeah. I love that so much. Okay, so I am, like, the biggest Vanderpump Rules fan
I
ever.
love
Oh
this.
my god. I mean, not the new one, please fuck that shit, sorry, but the old one I love. I was literally just watching it upstairs. Like, my kid will, like hopefully you see him when he's on the outside because
Yeah.
he will know your voice.
I love this.
Like, very much so.
Ocean knew all the Roni voices.
I swear,
And I
like
think she's a genius because the moment she came out, even inside,
yeah.
was watching only OG Roni.
She's probably a great sleeper because if you can sleep through that, like, hurricane of, like, drunk women
She
yelling at each other.
she is a great sleeper.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Wow.
trying to manifest for
I love
myself.
this.
That's what I'm trying to do. So, who do you miss filming with most? Because now you're on the Valley. Is that open? Like,
Yep,
are you
I'm
on
on
the
the
okay.
Valley. Everybody.
Yeah.
I know that it left in a very sad and strange place, but I miss filming with every single person.
Yeah.
It was the best time, and everyone knew the drill. It was deep-rooted friendships with history. I
Yeah.
really, really loved that time of my life.
Do you think that took you now filming with the Valley where you're, like, in this new kind of group of people to be like, "I miss them," or did you miss them from the jump?
I missed them from the jump, but I actually didn't realize how great they were
Yeah.
until I filmed The Valley. Because obviously Kristen Doty, she's fucking epic. You
She
know,
is
she's
what a gift.
iconic. What a
I mean,
gift.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, she knows the drill. Brittany knows the drill.
Yeah.
Um, and I love Janet and Michelle. They're like, we've been friends for many years.
Yeah.
Uh, the rest of them, although I really, really enjoyed them, you could tell that they had only completed 2 seasons of reality TV.
Totally.
And I don't mean that as a dig because I actually genuinely enjoyed filming the
Yeah.
show. It was just different, and it was only different because of my last experience.
Yeah, well, because it is different now. Reality TV now, people get into it to push a product, to, like, make to
Yeah.
get famous, to, like and you guys were all so young, and, like, the drama was so real and so, like,
Yeah.
like, it wasn't just, like not a side hustle, but I feel like now it's, like, sometimes you can smell on these other reality
Mhm.
shows, like, when it's not when they're, like, Rebecca Minkoff coming on Roni, like, to
Right, what
you
is
know?
this? What
Like,
is
enough.
happening here?
Yeah.
I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like,
So
you lose the art of making reality TV.
yes, because now
I get it.
everyone, like, wants like, they're like, "Oh, this is the pipeline to be famous," or this is
Yes.
or, like, they're so aware that they're being filmed and
Right, like, trying to
perceived.
create iconic moments, and it's like, those
Yes.
just come with you being
Yes.
yourself.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Is there a cast member from Vanderpump Rules that you think is better off for not being on reality TV anymore?
Oh, so many for different reasons. Obviously, Ariana.
Yeah.
And, I always wondered why she was on reality TV because she, like,
Ah.
actually possessed a lot of talent,
Yeah.
and she hated doing it.
Right.
So I think she's obviously better off. I think Sandoval is obviously better off because, well, he dug his own grave.
Right.
And James, he can now focus on his DJ career and,
Yeah.
like, not be in the spotlight with everyone judging him like that and,
Yeah.
like, really focus on himself. I haven't spoken to any of these people in a very long time. This
Right.
is just my hot take.
Is it like when you see these people out in the world, first of all, do you see them ever?
No. I saw
Yeah.
Sandoval at BravoCon. He was on my flight,
Okay.
but it's kind of just like a, "Hey, how are you?" situation,
Right.
and then we all go about our business, which is actually really sad because we spent
Yeah.
not just with him, with all of us, we spent so much time together
Right.
that now we're all so divided,
Like, I bet there will be a time when you're, like, 50.
and that's
When you
the
guys
hope.
yeah, like, when you
I hope
guys
by then we've all let it go.
yeah, where you're like, "Wow, like, only we know what that was like."
Yeah, it
Like,
was
when the
wonderful.
new show was coming out, did you guys, like, all text each other? Is there a group chat?
No, no. For the most part, none of us fuck with each other,
Yeah.
you know? Like, I sent Katie a message just letting her know that because I work with a sponsor very closely,
Yeah.
and the last time I was on TV, it weighed heavy on me, and I needed to shed it.
Right.
So I sat on this message to her for a long time, but the intent was not to get a response back. I think our friendship had served its purpose for
Yeah.
the time being. And I wish nothing but the best for all of them. I feel like I finally, like, really let it go to where I'm not wearing it anymore,
Yeah.
and that feels
Yeah.
so good. I'm like,
Yeah.
"I wish you the best," but, like,
You don't
we
need to
wouldn't even
respond.
fit in each other's lives,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
Where is Jax?
Who the fuck knows?
Where is he?
Actually, I know exactly where he is. He's around. I know he's back in
He's in the
LA.
valley. Is
He's
he?
not on the valley,
No, but
but
he
he's
is
in the valley.
okay,
Yes.
okay. Because 'Cause I'm like, I was looking at his, like I don't know why what possessed me to look at his Instagram the other day because I was watching
Is
Vanderpump
it
Rules,
poppin'?
obviously. No, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
No posts.
I don't know where
He's
been.
left the building.
Yeah, I think Brittany's happy about that.
Yeah.
What's great though is that Brittany is just such a wonderful human. Like, she
Yeah.
doesn't keep cruisy from him. I
Yeah.
know that all she wants is peace,
Right.
and whatever he chooses to do, she's accepting, like, she has no control over it,
Yeah.
and always puts Cruz first.
Oh. I mean, yeah, she's such a good mom.
She's the best.
She's such a good mom. So, like, how are you approaching the valley, having been on how many seasons did you do at Vanderpump Rules?
I only did 8 of Vanderpump Rules, and it was
You came
on
on
for
season
11. I came
3?
on 4.
Okay.
Yeah, and approaching the valley, I had a lot of PTSD.
Yeah.
So I was very nervous. For the first time, I actually second guessed everything that I wanted to say and do, which is I've never been that
Well, now you have
person.
the girls too. So you're
Now I
like
have the
yeah.
girls, but honestly, it was strictly based off of I have never been afraid of the comment section. And after my last run on reality TV, I'm terrified of the comment section. So it was really difficult to find my place.
Yeah.
Because how could I find my place right off the bat when, like, I'm actually just barely rediscovering who I am as a person?
Right. You're coming in kind of with this Sheena shit.
Yeah, that was coming we had just started filming, um, but she's not filming, so that wasn't
Yeah.
talked about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now is there more like conversation like of storylines and stuff and like where Or is it still
Well, we wrapped filming November 1st.
okay.
And normally on Vanderpump Rules, before we would start filming, we all had a meeting individually with production. And this was a meeting basically laying out where we are in life, what we like to do, what we're starting, who we're fucking beefing with.
Yeah.
And then there's like, we have the baseline. I didn't do that for the Valley. I just kind of
Mm.
was like dropped into it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know. It's just so interesting, the word storyline, because I feel like when you're in a peaceful, happy mode, it's like she doesn't even have a fucking storyline.
Right.
And then when shit hits the fan, it's like she's doing it for a
Right.
storyline.
Right.
I'm like, I'm just a squirrel trying to get a nut here. All right.
But we need you on the Valley. When does it come out?
I don't know. They haven't said. I'm
Okay, I'm
I'm
so
thinking
excited.
like maybe Marchish, April, if I could guess, but they haven't told us anything.
Okay, well, I need your number for all my postpartum
Yes, I want
questions
you to text
about
me
my
and call me.
perennial that's gonna do or my first-degree tear that I'm gonna
You're
get,
gonna be fine.
God willing. Now your vagina feels normal?
She's cuter than ever.
No
Oh yeah,
way.
and can take a real beating, bitch.
I love you
Get up
so
in there.
much. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you for having me.
Bye.